You have these characteristics at a 9 out of a 10. Which one do you think gets you the farthest? Athletic ability, good looks, intelligence, or personality?
Well, I mean, athletic ability and being intellectual, I think, would set you above a lot of people. But I mean, if you want to have a good, wholesome life and be a good person and do things the right way and probably enjoy your life the most, probably having a good personality would probably be for that.
Yeah, I would think that having a great personality is probably going to make you the happiest in life, but I don't think that that's a guarantee of success. Athletic ability is kind of going to cover anything else. So I would say athletic ability just in terms of pure success. I would agree with you that, yeah, that's probably the best one. I don't think intelligence really is a guarantee that you're going to get anywhere. I don't think intelligence is a guarantee of either success or happiness. It's almost the opposite, actually.
But I mean, out of all those, which one would I wish that or would I want to have? It'd be a good personality. I think being a good person counts. That's for something.
I actually asked the audience what they thought. Good looks, 41%, 32% intelligence, 27% personality. Nobody picked athletic ability, which I think is wrong. I think it's athletic ability. But anyway, let's do shout outs.
Yeah, I don't think people are thinking, outside the box there, right? Like, if you have athletic ability, you can sign a contract for $200 million, work for 10 years of your life, and then that's it. But whatever. All right. Oh,
The only thing I would say is I did put 9 out of 10, and maybe if it was 10 out of 10, then everybody would pick athletic ability. Because honestly, 9 out of 10 is probably not getting you to the highest echelon of pro sports. It's probably got to be 10 out of 10. But nonetheless.
all right. Well, let's go to some 10 out of 10s and give some shout outs here.
Ooh.
We'll start off with Toby Radasher, Yarin Nasani, Andy Acog, Waylon Madden. I like that name, Waylon. I don't know why, but it just seems wholesome. Good Waylon.
There can be a few Whalens. That's one of those names. It's a great name, but there can't be very many of them. Kind of like Toby. Toby's a good name,
yeah,
but it needs to stick around 2% of people.
Oh yeah, Toby. Let's see. Anthony Feeney, Emmanuel Melendez, Michael Rocca, Carlos Reyes, and for some reason my internet's crapping out again, so my list is completely gone. So I'm going to go by memory here, and I apologize if I butcher this. But Andy Snedden, or Snedon, appreciate you. Yet again, at least for this week, I'll give you 3 things. One of them is true, and the rest are not true, and we'll go from there. And if you didn't listen last week, that's essentially it. Go through, I say 3 things about myself, and Nick tries to guess which one I've actually done or has happened to me. And he was 1 for 2 last week. So
I was surprised.
Let's start here. So the first one, first trio. Have I have I pooped myself in a public place?
Well, yeah.
Have I actually? I have never pooped myself in a public place. Anyways, just kidding. Have I been scuba diving and seen a shark close enough to where I can touch it? Or do I have more Disney shirts currently than logo tees?
Well, I mean, you mentioned the thing about your shirt, so I'm assuming that that one is the one that's really true, is that you have more Disney t-shirts than logo tees, which as an adult, I personally wouldn't own any Disney stuff because I'm an adult. But some people really like it, and that's them. Do what makes you happy. But that is me.
So is that your final answer?
That's my final answer because you kind of already gave it away. But I do know for a fact that you have pooped yourself in a public place because we've talked about the times that you pooped yourself in front of a roommate, which is a public place. If you live with somebody and you poop yourself in your house and they see it, that's a public place.
So I don't agree with you on that thought, but you are wrong. It is the pooped myself in a public place. I do not own more Disney shirts than logo tees. But the shirt I am wearing is a Disney t-shirt. The Snuggly Duckling, which is the bar / restaurant that is out of the movie Tangled. So Rapunzel goes into that place.
Did you buy that?
It was given to me as a gift, actually.
By who?
My wife.
Okay, you can't throw it away. If somebody would have given me, somebody other than my wife or children gave me that kind of shirt, I would use that as a rag or donate it to Goodwill. That shirt would never touch my body. I'm not wearing a shirt that says the Snuggly on it. I'm a grown-ass man.
It's actually kind of funny. I don't know. I wore it to PT today, and the doctor kind of gave me a look. It started a conversation. It's kind of funny. I don't know.
It is, right? There's just some shirts you can't wear as an adult anymore, right? Like I used to have at one point in my life a shirt that had the Warner Brothers logo, and it said on it, if you see the police, Warner Brother. And I got rid of that shirt when I turned 16 because that's what you should have done.
All right. So you are 0 for 1. Number 2.
I picked poop yourself.
No, you said you were going to go with the shirts.
But you picked 2 that I assumed, well, I knew right off the bat that pooping yourself in public was correct. Because you pooped yourself in public. You have.
I asked you the final answer, and you said the T-shirt.
Okay, fine. Technicality, but we'll agree to disagree.
I tell you what, we'll nix it. We'll nosh it. We'll say it doesn't count against your statistics.
Okay.
All right.
That's
the
fair.
Second trio here. I've had a hernia due to a tough fart. I've done the gallon challenge with chocolate milk, and if you're not familiar with the gallon challenge, that is a gallon of milk within 20 minutes, I believe, or 30 minutes. So I've done that with chocolate milk, which usually do it with regular milk. Or I cried during sex the first time.
I'm going to say the true part is I cried during sex for the first time.
No, that is not correct. But that is not correct. It is the gallon challenge with chocolate milk.
I thought that wasn't actually possible to do. That like it's not physically possible to drink a gallon of milk in 20 minutes. But you held it down. Maybe the part was, did you hold it down?
No, I do remember finishing it. I was in college, and I was the only one to do chocolate milk, of course. And I did the chocolate milk, and as soon as I did it, and people were like, "Oh, he's awesome," I ran right to the balcony and spewed everywhere. And it was curdled, and it was just disgusting.
Oh.
It was disgusting.
Oh. That's disgusting. Did you cry during sex, though? Have you cried during sex or after sex?
No, not that I can recall, which maybe is not a good thing emotionally. I don't know. I don't know who does or whatever.
I don't feel like who's ever actually done that. Nobody's ever actually done that. Like, not out of, like, joy or anything like that. I don't think so. Let's just move on. This is down the road. We don't want to go.
All right, and the third one here. So you are 0 for 1 at least.
Hard. There's just so many things. There's so many ways that you could fuck something up. It's just hard for me to pick one.
I know. I've almost been bit by an alligator. I've almost frozen to death. Or I once did a 72-ounce steak challenge and successfully completed it.
I don't think you're man enough to do a 72-ounce steak, to be honest with you. I don't think you have what it takes. I could see you freezing to death, though. That tracks to me.
Is that what you're going with? The freezing?
That's what I'm going with. I'm assuming I'm wrong because you're pretty excited. Did you actually do the 72-ounce steak?
I did. I absolutely did.
You were smiling too much as soon as I said it. I was like, oh, crap. He's so proud of himself. Is that one of your great... Where do you rank it on your list of great accomplishments? Eating a 72-ounce steak.
So, I mean,
give me honest, from 1 to 10, where is it? Is it in your top 10?
Of my all-time accomplishments?
Yeah.
I mean, no, but it's top 20 probably.
It's top 20? Okay, I can see it in your face. You're like, oh, he's really proud of that. It's like, yeah, I ate 72. How many pounds is that?
5.
5? That's a lot, man.
16, 32, 48.
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah.
16, 32, 64, 70.
Yeah.
Wait. 4.5.
That's 5 pounds.
4 and some change.
So, but the thing about when I completed it, I just remember thinking, like, this wasn't that bad. It wasn't, like I've done different kinds of food challenges in my life. And the steak one probably wasn't that bad, to be honest. The worst part with the steak one was like you have to finish like a pound of fries too. That was also
oh
yeah. At a place called the Big Texan in Amarillo, Texas. If anyone's ever been
that's
down
a
there.
famous challenge. That's a famous challenge. Was it you by yourself or did other people do it at the same time?
I did it by myself, but because it is very expensive. I think it was like, I don't know, like $140 back. I mean, this was a decade ago. I remember I went on it with a few people, so it was only like $50, I think, per person. So, do you know what the kind of the fucked up thing was? And anyone out there who's ever done something like this, I remember the waitress came over and they make a big deal about it, and she's like, "The best part of our steak challenge is you don't have to eat the fat." And I'm like, "Well, that's part of the challenge is eating the fat." So I ate the entire thing.
Oh, you went for bonus points, but you didn't actually get any bonus points, right? Like you did, you completed a level that didn't need to be completed in the game. But still, I like that you're a man of principle when it comes to food challenges. Like, no, you eat the fat. Yeah. You eat the fat too. Okay, I have new respect for you. Is it that time?
I never thought you'd ask.
I know that you're just waiting for this the entire time. So sometimes I like to pretend like I forgot, but I didn't forget this time because I think I forgot the last 2 times. But it's time! The outlaw candle connoisseur limps again.
It's funny. That's funny that's how you would intro this, because
you do have crutches in the background.
That is, well, it's something that I actually... it went into my candle. Because for those of you who haven't been made aware, I tore my calf. Pretty much my calf imploded, and I've been pretty much couch-ridden. So I've had a lot of time to have candles. And some people have even brought me candles, which I'm appreciative. But one has stood out among the rest. And so that's why we're going to highlight it. So head over to Slatkin & Co. That's SLATKIN. &co.com. Once again, this isn't an advertisement, but they make good stuff. And hit up the Fresh Start candle. And obviously, it was given to me kind of as a joke. Fresh start, new leg, etc. But I got to tell you, it is. I don't even know how to accurately describe the aroma, other than it's kind of like when you walk through a building, like a workplace for the first time, and it's just a very like you walk through it and you're like, man, no one's been in here before. Like, it just smells pristine and it smells nice. It's like kind of refreshing, and it's good, and it's not too expensive. They have a lot of sales. I was checking out their website actually before I got on here. It's about, I think, $14 plus shipping. Just great. I mean, I'm thinking about it, so I'm not erroneously talking, but I think I got 5 candles from different people when I tore my calf muscle.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an honor. You ready for our top 5?
I am ready.
So our top 5 is top 5 embarrassing things to buy. Like, when you go to the counter, you're pretty embarrassed about the fact that you're buying this thing. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is going to be wart remover.
I agree. I have things like that a little bit higher on the list, actually. My number 5 is adult diapers. I've had to buy adult diapers before for somebody else, and I was clearly an adult when I bought them, and I got some looks. And you also know that eventually, even though you're buying them for somebody else now, somebody's going to be buying them for you in the future. So that's why I have them on the list. Adult diapers.
Okay. I've never had to buy them yet that I can recall. So we'll see.
I've
what
had to
happens.
buy them multiple times. Multiple times. For multiple people. I feel like I'm somehow the designated adult diaper purchaser in my household and with my family. I don't know why.
It's because you're just so reliable. My number 4 is toys and different things for children, but adults who buy them. And I'm a collector. We've talked about this before, but I always get embarrassed when I go through the checkout line with, say, like 5 or 6 boxes of cards, and I just know that the person who's checking me out is just like, who? Okay, all right, 5-year-old. It's just, I don't know. Listen, it's nothing against anyone who does it. It's fine, and it's a hobby, but there's just always a small part of me that's like, yeah, I'm a little embarrassed right now to have, 6 Jurassic Park figures, and that's the only thing in my cart. So,
well, what kind of cards and collectibles are you buying? Like, are you just getting baseball cards, or are you getting like My Little Pony collectibles? Because that's getting like, it depends a little bit. Like, if you're just getting baseball cards or football cards, I understand that. But if you're a grown man buying like Hulk Hogan action figures or Hulk Hogan wrestling cards, like, you're gonna get some looks for that one.
Yeah, all of the above. Pink Pony, Hulk Hogan, anything's on the table. Nothing's off the table.
I could see that. That's a good one. I could see that. I've never experienced that, but I could see that. Yeah.
Okay.
My number 4, I don't know if this applies to modern times, but it used to apply, at least when I was doing this a lot, but getting a Diet Coke at a bar or a restaurant in front of your friends. If you were a guy ordering a Diet Coke, you were going to hear about it. You had to like, can I get a Diet Coke? Can I get like a rum and diet on that? You'd have to kind of whisper it, because if your friends heard it, you were going to catch some stuff.
Coming from the king of just shit talking. Remember how many times you wouldn't order me a gin and tonic or a beer, but you'd bring me back a glass of wine?
You got to have your fruit juice before you can have anything else. To fill people in on this, I think it's hilarious to get people like the weirdest drink that they can get. So I used to get John like a white wine spritzer or like a Heineken non-alcoholic or a nice like Chardonnay. It still makes me laugh, like a real bright pink Sex on the Beach.
But I drank it every time.
You have to.
Every single time.
You have to. It's in the rule book. It's in the rule book of unwritten rules of the manliness. I don't know if that's a great book title, but it's in the rule book of unwritten rules of being a man. Somebody buys you a drink, whatever it is, you have to drink it. Even if it's like, what did they used to call those? A wine cooler. Oh, those were the best to buy people. Like, I'll have a wine cooler.
All right, let's just move on. My number 3 is just a lot of junk food. Like, just a lot of, like, just really bad food where, it's more of maybe a personal thing for me, but it's like, people are like, wow, does this guy need 7 boxes of donuts? Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a bigger guy, and I could see that being kind of like, if a guy your size is buying 7 boxes of donuts, being a little bit, because the grocery store that I go to here, they have like ridiculous sales. So if you ever buy pop, you get like 1 12-pack. You buy 1 12-pack and get like 3 free. So you end up walking out of there with like 4 or 5 12-packs of soda. And I just feel like an idiot every single time. It's always the way they have their specials. It's my biggest problem with that grocery store. I don't want like 6 12-packs of Diet Coke. Makes me feel like I got a problem.
Which you do, but it's fine.
Which I do, as I'm drinking Diet Coke right now. It's my only source of happiness. Leave me alone. I don't know if... My number 3 is anything skin condition related, like rashes or cold sores or a wart. Anything skin condition related, that's going to be an embarrassing purchase at the grocery store or the pharmacy. You're going to feel pretty weird about that.
Those are always the self-checkout spots. You never want to go to an actual checkout person for those.
But have you ever gone through self-checkout specifically because of what you were buying?
Yes. I mean, multiple times, if not dozens of times.
Wow, I've never done that. I guess I should have done that.
Well,
but hiding in plain sight, that's what you should do.
Maybe I'll fill you in when we get up there. But for now, my number 2, I really have just any kind of feminine products, for my wife when it's that time of the month specifically. And I already don't know what I'm buying, if it's correct, even after all these years. And then you got to walk up there, and it's just not a good thing.
I've never had to do that.
Okay.
I don't think that I've ever had to buy any feminine products. Oh my God, dude, you've got 2 girls. You're going to be buying so many feminine products, it's going to be ridiculous.
I might as well just start the Costco trips now, just to stock up.
You might as well get practiced at it. You're going to have to know the differences too. Oh God, you're going to have to buy, like, I don't think you want to go into this. My number 2 is an ankle monitoring bracelet.
Okay. You could just buy those?
Yeah, you have to buy it. Like, if you're buying an ankle monitor, everybody knows there's only one reason you're buying that. There's only one reason you're buying that.
Okay. I mean,
everybody knows what you're doing. Like,
I didn't even know that you could buy those. Like,
well, you have to buy them. You have to buy them, and you can apparently buy them off Amazon, and that means like you're either buying it because you did something illegal, or because you're gonna do something illegal. Like, there's no legitimate reason to be buying an ankle monitoring bracelet. Like, you can't explain, like, I'm going to put it on the dog. Like, no, you're not.
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that one.
What's
your number 1? I know what your number 1 is.
What's that?
Oh, it's condoms.
It is not condoms, actually. I have no problem buying, sexual protection. But I do have I don't want to say a fear, but I do not like buying at-home testing kits. And that can be from anything from, we'll say COVID, though that's not really one, but just to give you an idea, COVID testing kits to HIV testing kits to, all of those. All of those testing.
You can test for HIV at home, dude.
You can. You absolutely can.
You can buy an HIV home testing kit.
They sell them at Walmart, $60. Not that I know, just.
That's not something I want to find out by purchasing something at Walmart. Like, if I had some sort of really serious disease, I don't want to find out in a home testing kit.
Yeah, they're. Or they also make one for gonorrhea, I believe. Just different. Those are just not things that I want to be checking out, say, at a Walmart with. That is not what I want to do. So
yeah, that's better than mine. My number 1 is condoms. Even though, like, you kind of feel cool buying them, you feel embarrassed buying them at the same time.
I just think with that, like, so I was gonna have something like that on the list, but. When you're a man or a woman as you get older, I think I don't want to say embarrassment, but it's like, yeah, I don't want to get her pregnant. I don't want another kid right now. Like, but I need something. So,
what's the most number of condoms you've ever bought, though? Like, what's the most confidence you ever had in yourself? Like, I'm going to buy a lot.
I don't really want to say, but I can tell you that it is very small, the number of protection that I've ever bought.
I don't think I've ever bought more than a 12-pack. Like, I never set my sights that high. Like, you going to need more than 12? No, I'm really not.
I can tell you that I'm right there with you. It might be less than that, even.
I would never buy a 3-pack. Like, that's just kind of defeating. That's just, like, you're setting your expectations really low if you're buying a 3-pack of condoms.
I'm sure we're gonna sound like complete nimrods, but like there's just so many options. Like, do you get the ribbed or the ridged? Do you get the kind that swirl around at the tip? Like, there's batteries in some of these. Like, what? So
I never understood any of the differences, right? Like, I was buying, like, that's one thing you don't buy cheap. Like, I'm not getting the cheapest ones that we can find here. Let's buy the mid-grade at the very least.
I once knew a guy, his girlfriend, they are not together anymore, so I don't think he would care me sharing this. She was allergic to latex, so he would have to find goat skin condoms.
Oh, that's really expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of stores didn't have them. So, like, obviously he knew where to go after a while, but, like, originally it was a little tricky.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what condoms cost anymore. $9. Woo! $9 for 10.
Well,
it's $1. That's $1 a round, man.
When you think about it, though, they're worth it. They're 1,000% worth it.
Condoms might be the biggest return on investment money saver that you could possibly buy.
I mean, it's gonna.
It
most
cost
times
me $1 and it saved me $500,000.
Yeah, and it's gonna save you from an STD and another mouth running around.
Ain't that the truth? You have any honorable mention?
Nah, condoms were the only one really that I was gonna throw out there. Nothing too crazy after that.
The only other things that I could see would be like lice removal. Like if you had lice, maybe buying like Rogaine and things like that. I could see that people being a little bit embarrassed about buying like baldness remedies.
Yeah, I could see that.
Anything for like excessive pubic hair or anything for like back removal hair, like a back hair remover or anything like that. Like anything kind of personal hygiene can get a little bit embarrassing. There's nothing personal hygiene related that I want to buy.
I would say that's a good thought. Personal hygiene is that's a good one.
And then the only other thing I had, like anything from the Love store. Anything that you're buying from one of those stores, you're going to be a little bit embarrassed about. I don't understand that.
Remember that.
I don't understand. Okay, you would be okay taking a blow-up doll through checkout at the Love store. You'd be like, oh yeah, getting the new model. I don't know how any blow-up dolls were sold before home delivery.
I don't even know. You can get... Of course you get home delivery. Oh, God. We need to just cut the episode now before we go down this path.